welcome to the 7th episode of Model Car Memories. If you're just joining me for the first time, this is a channel I started for going through all of my stepdad's old models from the 1960s. We've got models that are put together, models are still in the box, so just going through all of them here. And what I'm doing today, I've got a 1960 Corvair. Don't know who made this one yet. I'll have to wait till we dig into it. It doesn't seem to be anything broken on this one that I can tell right off the bat. So this is just going to be a clean and then put back together. So we'll go ahead and take this apart here. We've got 4 screws that are holding this together. See if we can get these unscrewed. Now it wants to spin. Okay, that one's want to spin as well. This one is coming out. I have noticed, be careful with some of these. They just want to, they're so old and they weren't kept in a good place. They were in the attic for several years. So let's see if we can get this apart here. I do see it's looks like it's cracked a little bit on the front valence there. Just for reference, I do have a 1965 Corvair that I drive about every weekend, so it's mechanically in pretty good shape. Paint's still original on mine, so it's not the best paint. But okay, I've got it taken apart. Took a little finessing getting the front of it out first and then work my way to the back. Now on this, I didn't see a lot of identifying marks on the bottom of it. It just says made in USA. I didn't see any other manufacturer's things. Just on this, I know they got the engine really close. Maybe the differential parts just might be a little questionable there, how close it is, but if you've ever had a Corvair part, it's engine, differential, and then transmission. Just engine, differential, transmission. Kind of looks weird the first time you see it in person. Then you got the gas tank up front, in the front there. So, but I didn't see any other identifying marks on that. On the inside of it, for the glass, it does say 1960 Corvair, and it has a number 2404 and F. But still no identifying marks. Then I got to remembering, hey, there's a box full of decals. So these are a bunch of decals that were not used. You know, got Corvair, 95 horsepower. Let's see, I think there's a Champion airlift. So this is NASCAR International, but you flip on the back, it says 3-in-1 customizing kit, AMT 7203-C. So this appears to be, I didn't see any other Corvairs in the group, so this must be an AMT kit from 1960. Like I said, 1960 is the first year of the Corvair. In the Corvair community, we also call them cave cars because the front part of it here is caved in. The 61 to 64s, it's bubbled out, and then 65 is a completely redesigned car on that. So this one, it does look like it's missing a rear backup light on it. You got a clear lens here, and then not one there. Of course, sometimes you might find one that has a rear backup delete for the original car, and there'd just be 2 silver discs there anyway. So this one's got a half of a rear backup delete. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start on this. Like I said, this one's pretty good condition. I'm gonna take the brush here, brush off all the dirt, and then I've got my tub full of dishwashing detergent, very mild solution of it. And then I'll go over that with a cotton swab and then clean up the rest of the dirt that the brush didn't pick up there. So I'm going to do that and come back to you. Okay, I've got it cleaned up. A couple of problem areas that I noticed. when trying to clean was getting the cowl vents there. And then on a Corvair, since it is rear engine and it's air cooled, the early models had the vents on the back of the trunk lid or deck lid. So just trying to get in there and getting the dirt that's in there out. I did put a little bit of the liquid wax on there. You can see it shined up really good on the sides, a little bit on the top there, but the sides shined up really good on that. Just did a little extra protection. Did notice something else. Looking in the interior, they seem to got a lot of it pretty close, but I noticed this thing, it does have a gear shift in it, being as a 3-speed, but you look down at the pedals and they didn't put a clutch pedal in there. So you got the gas brake and emergency brake pedal in there. They didn't include a clutch pedal. If you had an automatic on that, the shifter's actually on the dash. It would be right, let's see here, right in there on the main console of the dash if you had the shifter on it. That's not on here, so it looks like they've got all the buttons, because you got one for the headlights, the washer, the cigarette lighter, and then the ignition switch were all right there under that front panel. But hey, they came close on that. So the steering wheel might be a little off from factory. Don't have picture one to compare it to right now. But and one thing I did notice, there's pictures floating around on the internet. The very first group of Corvairs, they actually had little slots right here under the front valance for your horn slots. Kind of, they produced a handful of those like that for 1960, and then after that, there was just all of them it was straight across. There was no slots for the horn there. The horn's kind of up in between the front wheel well there, a little bit hidden in there a little bit. So gonna put this back together and we'll see what we got when we got done. Okay everyone, there you have it, the 1960 AMT Corvair kit. We got it all this was just a clean. There really wasn't any repair to it, except the gear shift, I did knock it loose when I was cleaning it, so I had to glue that back in, but it wasn't a regular repair. Something I did in the process of all this. And when I was assembling it, I did notice one other thing. It looks like on the back there they made it as 2 notches there for dual exhaust, but then the car only has 1 exhaust on it coming out, and this is all the bottom part's all molded together. So I didn't think doesn't look like there was a way to actually add another one for it. But like I said, and then I have the part of the original decal sheet. Don't know what might have been there, but looks like you could have turned this into a rally car or something like that, or hot rod with the flames on it. I don't know, 95 horsepower. You probably weren't blowing anybody away with those flames, but that's not to say a Corvair can't be pretty quick. There's lots of the racer guys there do a pretty good job. But I say, if make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your other modeling friends. And I'm going to try to do this, like I said, at least twice a month. Have another video out. It's either going to be opening a box or cleaning and repairing a previously made model. Like I said, I got 40 some of these to go. We're on number 7. But thank you for watching.